How you going, peeps? And welcome back to Snail TV. Well, that's what we've got in the background. It's running, it starts. We are very close to be 100% completed. Only a couple little things here and there to do. Rear brakes and just a little bit of bleeding on the front brakes. Clutch is good, and also the accelerator. I've got the accelerator cable ran, but I don't have the accelerator actually hooked up at the front to the actual pedal yet itself. Turn it around, I'll show you some things of what we've got going, but she's an animal, so I'll have a look. Alright, so everything is ready to go. All the wiring's done. Box, it's got all the wiring in it, and it actually does have all the air system in there as well. Fans are wired up, the radiators are all plumbed and everything like that. I actually did test out the ice box and that thing works absolutely amazing. Fuel reg, fuel reg, fuel pump down there, and all the boost controllers are hooked up because we've got all air supply on here. So we've got a MAC valve for the big wastegate for the front turbo, and we've got some compressed air to shut the gate on the back turbo there. That's the one coming off the actual engine itself. All right, so yeah, everything is ready to go. ECU is all hooked up, all the wiring's done, like literally all the wiring's done. So I'm really happy with everything like that. Even shifts, so I've got all the shifting work. Actually even got, I just put a valve on it really quick. It's nothing special, but you can see I just made up just a mini manifold and just put a valve on there. So it's just like a tire pressure valve. Charge it up. I'll just get like a cordless Makita pump, and should be able to charge it on the track as well. So tank's got enough there to do quite a bit of shifts actually. So it's got a lot of, can take, you know, on here, I think I'm only regulated to about 120 at the shop PSI, but I'm pretty sure the Makita should actually turn up a little bit more. So, but that's enough to do the shifting, and all I need is at least to do 5 gear changes. So, and I think that should be fine. Yeah, I guess you guys want to see it all turn on and whatnot, so let's have a look. Oh, there's Doggy. All right, so to turn this thing on, we've just got a main turn on switch. What you're hearing there is the pump, so the oil pump at the front and the fuel pump is all on the same thing. And I'll just put Doggy away because he doesn't like this stuff at all. All right, so got laptop all hooked up. Just turn it around. All right, and I'll show you how easy this thing is to start. You know, the fun thing of the Fuel Tech, we actually got the start button hooked up so we can actually hit it on here as well. So let's have a look if it wants to first fire up. First start of the day, fires up straight away. As I say, I don't have the accelerator cable hooked up, but we can give it a couple of blips anyway. So I've got the air fuels on this one over here, and with the battery voltage and turn on and off. The rest of it, we've got all the other models on here. Ride height, so there's actually a sensor down over there. That's for my ride height. And yeah, so we've got onboard air, of course, wastegate pressure, inlet, oil, fuel pressure. Just works. I've got the fans turning on like around about 90 degrees, so it's going to take some time to get these up. Now the best thing about the icebox is obviously because we can put ice in it, it can get so cold. I've got a little bit of water in it now, but when it's got ice in it, it's so good. So inlet's at 33 degrees at the moment. It's on idle by timing. Probably take a little bit of timing out, a bit of fuel out here, so. If we want to, we can put up the richer there. Guys, sounds so good. All right, yeah, look, it's not overly smoky or anything like that. Front turbo's got so much spin on it. Like I'm gonna hurt my hand by doing it. You can hear the air. Yeah, everything else still pretty good, guys. As I said, I got clutch working. The clutch two-step works, and we got rolling anti-lag on here. I've got to get a little switch made up, a little holder, and we'll just turn it off up here. But yeah, everything just works, guys. Fuel-wise, I'm just running on 98 just for now. I'm definitely going to be running on some E or some methanol if I can, if I'm allowed to down there. But pretty sure it's just going to be on a bit of E85. All right, so apart from that, guys, everything else is good. Look, well, I can show you the shifter working and whatnot, but look, there's sort of no need to. and there's sort of not much else sort of things to do to it. As I said, the only thing else to do was the back brakes. So I'm all slicker spares is all dash out, all dash 3, all hoses are all out. All the fittings, I grabbed a heap of them last week, just so then I had twin oil lines, clutch, brake, and some few air lines as well. So, and everything was a dash 3. Yeah, look, it's everything's put together. It all works. Fans turn on. Just it's a fresh build, guys. I've got a couple of fittings coming. I've got one more dash 16 for the breather. So off of the gearbox, that's where you breathe it from, at the engine breather. So I've got a dash 16s on both sides coming, and they're going straight into the frame. So I always like to. You can see the dash 16 going into the frame, and there's a big hole down here, and then it just breathes to the outside. All right, so it's like a big 1 inch on both sides, just so yeah, it will breathe it out to the back. Just so it keeps it nice. There's no point of having another, like a another box, just a overflow tank and that sort of shit. So there's no point of that. Look. Really close to dyno. I've got a couple of things coming for the dyno. The rear wheels, so my rear wheels are very, very slight. I'm about 80 mil off. I've got some wheel spacers coming. I'm going to put some wheel spacers only on just for the dyno and dyno only. I could modify the dyno to make it fit as is, but there's some pretty thick plates, so I didn't want to cut that stuff up. So there's really no point. Just a lot easier to get a couple of spacers on here. Whack it on the dyno and go from there. So definitely going to have some a lot of work on the dyno just so I could get this thing dialed in and whatnot, and whatnot, make the turbos both work. I got, as I said, the compressed air of shutting the gate on the first turbo, just make sure that works. I do have pressure there. I have everything actually working, so I've tested all the onboard air already, so that actually works. And whatnot, everything else is all working. As I said, the shifter's working, so just got to dial that in and what RPM should shift that up. I was going to be changing it at the track as well, but yeah, look, just giving you the update of everything is working, it all runs. Yeah, I'm super stoked the way it's gone so far. Yeah, let's just hope that the vibes are still there and still keep the motivation going on for it and whatnot. So things are good. So really looking forward to getting my Porsche happening as well over the next couple of weeks or so. So this is just sort of a big thing in the back of my head. I'm just trying to get this all planned out. And, because the build's almost finished, so it's, not really expensive now. So to get it done. So yeah, sort of nothing else really to talk about. Obviously, just let me know if anything that you guys want to know, or people always asking, why 2 turbos? Look at compounding. Compounding's amazing stuff. Give it, as I said, I always said it ages ago, give it like another 10 years and most cars are going to be getting compounded. It's just the easy way of getting horsepower out of cars, more horsepower, sorry. But yeah, so front brakes are hooked up, but just bleeding them at the moment, and there's just sort of I was really just eager just to get this thing running over the last couple of days. Everything's fuel tech, all electronics are fuel tech on this thing. So I do have a FT550 on here. I have a Nano Pro. I have a Spark Pro that does the coil, sorry. Then I've got a CO2 boost controller on this side. And yeah, like everything's fuel tech. So it all just works, guys. Yeah, it just makes it work so much easier. Literally, I think after I did this together, put it all together, wired it up, it was running in about 20 seconds. So I've got it all batched at the rear. As a couple of guys, all the motorbike guys love it. These motors love to be batched. They love to be in 2s. They just work so much better like that. It's so much easier, and you have a lot more outputs of the ECU from it as well. Don't need to run cam trigger. I have it there, but I don't need to. But also, yeah, it just makes the things actually to start up. It actually makes it a lot easier to all work properly. And, yeah, I'm just waiting on my steering wheel actually. That's the only other thing I actually got going So I've got some wheel spacers coming. So apart from the wheel spacers and also some fittings, then I do actually have a new steering wheel. So this one's just off my drag car because I was just trying to build this work, but I'd need one with no top. So I need one with just a half. But yeah, I've got that happening and whatnot, so that's killer. This one actually does also run I don't know if I ever actually went through this, but I got a full lithium ion battery on this, hence why it starts up so good. And it just, this thing pumps, just instant cranks, it instant starts up, everything just works. So I'm so super stoked. Ignition wise, so literally is just one full switch. All right, I got the Flaming River big battery cutoff, and that's pretty much the ignition. And also then I've got, the fuel tech actually will make everything else work, and the start button is all on the fuel tech as well. So let me know what else you guys want to see, what I want to do. But as I said, next I would say I would give it, just over a week or so. I reckon it'll be back on it'll be actually on the dyno. That's where I'm at. I'm sort of I need to get obviously back brakes. That's the biggest thing. That's the only reason why it's not on the dyno. So I've got a couple of fittings coming for that, the wheel spacers, and hopefully my steering wheel comes in time as well. And we'll get it on there, but super stoked guys, super stoked. I'll just show you through a couple of things on the fuel tech of the setup of what we've got going. All right, so with outputs, this is a 550, so 550 wise, we'll go inputs first. All right. And so strain gauge, I haven't got hooked up. I haven't got it there, so I don't need it, but I just had it as an option, so it just had that. So I've got, FuelTech has 14, the FuelTech 550 has 14 inputs, and I have 2 left, so the 13 or 14 I have left. The rest of it, I've got, as I said, air temp, I've got wastegate pressure, air pressure, air compressor, 3 steps, that's rolling 3-step, and ride height. Just had to turn the aircon on, guys. It's getting a bit warm in here, but hopefully you can hear me still. So rear speed, gear position sensor, TPS, oil pressure, fuel pressure, and engine temp. As I said, a few things later on that I can do as well, but the actual outputs as well, as I said, go to the outputs and I'll show you what exactly we've got. So as I said, because we are batching everything, the first 2 is only just fuel injectors. So 1, 2 on the fuel injectors. Then we've got a thermofan, a wastegate decrease, wastegate increase. So this is for the CO2 boost controller, which is going to be air controller. Our fuel pump output, wastegate, just a MAC valve for the big turbo. Blue output number 8, I've got nothing. Blue output number 9, 10, and 11, and a 12, I've got nothing also. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blues left. So that's more outputs I've got. And for the greys, I have same thing. We've got it batched with ignition as well. Cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. That's batched, and then we've got engine starter and gear shift output, and that is it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for the greys, and also we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the yellows. So I'm not even using yellows. Yellows are the positive outs and also negative outs. They can be both. We'll get rid of that payment to something. So that's everything we've got happening. On the CAN communications, we've got the Nano Pro, of course, and just everything, because whatever we want it to do. So we've got engine start stop button on CAN. We have sensor heater. We've got general, and we have, I think I got Nano Pro General, yep. Yeah, no, that was it. All right, so yeah, but look, everything else is all ready to go. As I said, we're running 2-step on the clutch down there. We are running 3-step, as in rolling start, on the shifter. Shifter is a manual shifter there as well. The only reason why I do have the manual shifter, if just driving around, I don't need compressed air. And then when we're at the track, I can compress it, and actually then we can have the ECU, the fuel tech, controlling the shift as well. So only reason why I went down that route, and the compressed air is the only reason why I went down that route, is just so then it doesn't take out a lot of amps when shifting. But yeah, guys, so that's where we are at. As I said, super stoked where it is. It's an animal. Everyone loves it. All right, so it's not, I can't deny that. It's just, it is crazy. It's a cool thing. It is working. Front turbo is spooling up. You know, it is making the noises. If it makes the noises, it wants to do it. It will definitely make some power. Yeah, super happy with everything. Just the way everything it starts, the way that even the sound actually does sound really nice as well. So, but apart from that, as I said, just a couple of bits and pieces. Just put it on the dyno. I'll have a decent long video for you as well when it's on the dyno, just of all the setting up and whatnot. And actually get some load in this thing and get a bit of tuning happening. But it's got a pretty decent bass map in there anyway. I've had heaps of boosters running. These are pretty much from the other go-kart and stuff, so it all just works, guys. There was only just a couple little changes here and there that I had to make just to get it all happening. But yeah, also sort of let you know of what sort of stuff I'm using, Raceworks, fittings, of course, on everything, pretty much. Yeah, what else can I say? Yeah, as I said, electronics is fuel tech, of course, and yeah, Turbo Smart wastegates. Turbo wise, I do actually have a Pro Boost 30 on the turbo side. I think I've explained this before, and on the front is a Pulsar G40. Super happy with that setup. The only other thing as well is I do actually have an Aeroflow, I'm pretty sure it is, yeah, which I got some from Sleeker Spares. Really nice actually pump, but it pumps the oil from the front to the back, to the engine for the oil drain. It works really, really nice. So I've done a lot of remote systems and stuff, and easiest option obviously would have been an oilless turbo or whatnot, but you know, I've got it here, so I might as well use this. So, and look, there's no leaks or anything like that, so I'm super happy with all the leaks. I think I had a small issue, a small little tiny leak on the oil drain, a quick little nip up though, and I got it. Yeah, but everything else is all, yeah, super. Yeah, superb pretty much. Super stoked with just the wiring, looks pretty neat. Everything all works. As I said, the lithium battery helps out a lot. It actually stays charged so well, and all the cranking amps as well just to start it. Motorbike in general, you just need the cranking amps there just for, especially on a new ECU, on an aftermarket ECU, you just need the trigger to turn over fast enough for it to read. But yeah, so that's where the lithium, you know, does wonders there. But yeah, I just need to, yeah, hopefully the brakes come up good. Fronts I was starting to bleed up, and but as I said, I got a bit excited because a few parts had rocked up, ready to get this thing started. So all I needed was the oil pump to get the oil and a couple of more dash 3 lines. But yeah, super stoked. Everything just, yeah, all work, and yeah, hopefully, yeah, it all just wants to stay together pretty much. So yeah, definitely got no problems anywhere else. Sort of the wiring thing, I reckon everyone obviously is a lot worried about, you know, obviously how much horsepower it does have with power to weight ratio. You know, we'll when we build things, we obviously always go above and beyond. This bad boy is at its next level. It's got some buttes in it. She's got some decent rods in it. She's got some decent pistons in it. Rod bolts are killer. It's got some good gear in it. Super excited about everything else, and I hope, as I said, we've got the turbo power for it as well. Just, yeah, I just hope that there's sort of nothing else that I can sort of pinpoint. A lot of people, or everyone's pinning out of how hot the it will get to my leg. Yes, it is, and I will be doing a heat shield right there at my leg. I'll just turn you around. So you can see it right there. So that's where my leg will be, and that will be a I'll make up a metal heat shield or something like that. Yeah, so that'll get addressed, no worries. The left-hand side's fine because this is only just the intake. This is a cold side. We can call it a hot side as well, but it's going to be cold, whatnot. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm super excited of how easy I've made this with no, external buttons and whatnot. There's nothing else here. It's so simple. No external gauges, no external. It's just so basic, but it looks so advanced as well at the same time. Especially with the fuel tech and yeah, everything there, all up the top there. Everyone was asking about the USB up top, is if you could charge your phone from it. No, you could probably if you really wanted to, but no, it's for tuning wise, just so then you don't have to reach out the back of it and reach out the little tiny micro USB there. It sucks trying to get to it on the back of the ECU there. So easiest to always just bring one to the forwards, get a little tiny plug, adapter, and it's just USB to USB to the computer. It's so much easier doing it that way than what it is doing it the other way. So yeah, super excited. Everything just works, guys. Yeah, that's where we're at. So as I said, next video is definitely going to be on the dyno, so I'm going to leave it as this. Just talking through it, just making sure where I'm at. A couple more things, hopefully everything comes in this week for it. And then obviously I'll just book it out for the dyno for a couple of days. And yeah, hopefully get Mr. Nathaniel from Fuel Tech as well to give me a hand, and he definitely probably will be. The compound turboing is a little bit new to me, and hopefully it just goes as well as what it does most of the other dyno times as well. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. So thanks, guys. Look, it's getting a lot of interaction from everywhere. I put a couple of these videos on like TikTok, Instagram, and all that stuff. Everyone loves it. Look, there is a bit of a hype that this thing might be going to America soon. I'm in the talks of this thing going some places. Super excited for that. Some big channels over there want it over there, and I'm more than happy to take it. I really want some cool things happening this year with it. That's why I built it. But yeah, so just a bit of dyno time, getting it running, getting it all dialed up here, and yeah, it's a good thing to be making some tracks all the way around the world, I reckon. And yeah, and getting it all over the world, so getting it some more attention that it actually deserves. But yeah, everyone that's been, sending some awesome info as well about go-karts. I've got a lot of friends with, racing go-karts and whatnot. Obviously this is a little bit different, but same on the, with the, it's got 4 wheels and it's got a motor, so, that's about it. But horsepower-wise, yeah, it is because it is the booster and, the compound turbo there. So we've got a lot of turbo. Should work it. It should work it. It just needs to work. I think that's where we're going to put it. It just will need to work. Super stoked with everything else. As I said to you, I'm just doing the little ice box. As I said, I didn't have ice in it at that time, but I whacked in a whole heap of ice from, I think it was last night before I had it started. Yeah, intake temp. I think it was still a 30-something degree day, for almost 40-degree day, and the temps just went down radically. So it is a pretty small ice box, but I think it's gonna do its job of what it needs for those runs. So yeah, super stoked. So on that, guys, look, I'll let you go. I said it's just going to be a startup thing. I'll just be a go through of everything of what I have going for it, and yeah, and hope you guys all like it. So on that note, guys, thanks very much for liking the page. Thanks for the subscribes, all that stuff, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully on the dyno. See you, peeps.